Becoming financially free is not just a pipe dream. It can be your reality. Often when becoming financially free, you also hear that you must grind and spend all of your time making money. And that simply isn't true. You can still enjoy life, you can still enjoy family, and you can become financially free all at the same time. This is possible. Who am I? I am Greg. I love helping you escape the ordinary grind and build the life you love. That's what I do. I love helping you. Hey, if you need any help with anything we talk about today, I've got links down in the description. You can schedule one-on-one time with me, and I would love to help you. Now, let's get into today's content. To become financially free, there are 4 easy pillars that will help you make this a reality. Really, it's not that hard at all. I've got 4 simple pillars for you to work on. Number 1, you must secure your job, your income source. It's important. To be financially free, you need stable income. So how do we do this? Well, 1, we must realize that your job is not secure. You could be let go from your job at any time for any reason. Mass layoffs, they happen by the thousands. Thousands of people get laid off at a time. Your boss just doesn't like you. A shift in the company. For whatever reason, companies may lay you off. And I've had plenty of friends, myself included, who thought we had secure jobs and ended up laid off. So, do not rely on your job as your security. Your job could simply disappear in a flash. It is critical that you start some kind of side hustle. A side hustle will give you a security blanket. It'll give you an additional income source in addition to the job you may have. This way, if you lose your job, you still have an income coming in, and if you've been working on building your side hustle, you could use that side hustle as a full-time job while you look for another job, or to just completely replace that job that you lost. Also, a side hustle will give you added income, which will help you be financially free. I know, earlier I said you don't need to grind away all the time, and you don't. So stick with me through these 4 pillars and we'll walk through that. But to secure your job or your income, you must start a side hustle. If you have not started a side hustle yet, that is the first thing you need to accomplish. Getting that side hustle going. Figuring out what that side hustle was. You can watch my last video if you're not sure what video to watch or what to do. My last video was 10 side hustles you could start today. So go ahead and watch that if you need help figuring out a side hustle that will work for you. The second pillar that you need to work on is you need to protect your time. Your time is a valuable resource. And if you don't protect your time, you're going to burn all of your time not on the things you want to spend your time with. Now, I know work may take a lot of time, but work will always fill the time you give it. So you need to put that time in a constraint, and work will only fill that constraint. If you give it all the time that you think it needs, it's going to fill all the time that you want to give it. So putting work in a box, putting that time constraint on it, will cause your work to only take the time you give it. Let's just assume for a minute you work a 9-to-5 job. Well, you get there at 9, you leave at 5. Work needs to be done within that time frame. If it's not done in that time frame, it has to be done tomorrow then. What will end up happening is you'll find ways to be more efficient in your day to get that work done in those hours. Maybe you have a demanding boss who likes to call you after hours or demand more time from you, and you can simply tell them your family is valuable. You have 9 to 5. That's what you have. Your boss will learn that you only work 9 to 5 and that any request they have for you must be done from 9 to 5. So you need to put your foot down with your boss, let them know you work 9 to 5, and you need to put your foot down with your work in your own mind of it needs to fill only the slot that work has, which we're pretending right now you have a 9 to 5, so it needs to fit your 9 to 5. The rest of the time is not for your regular job. Your side hustle must also have dedicated time, because if it doesn't, it will have the same problem of just filling all the time that you give to it. So when you start your side hustle, you need to block out some time within your life that is side hustle time. Maybe that's Saturday morning. Maybe it's before the kids get up. Maybe it's after the kids go to bed. Whatever that time is, give it a block. And even if you say it's after the kids go to bed, don't let it be all night long, because then you won't get the rest you need to do your job and everything else well. So say your kids go to bed at 9 o'clock, well, maybe 9 to 11 you work on your side hustle, or whatever that time is, but your side hustle needs to fit that block. One of the ways that you can make your day more efficient is by filling out a simple little chart of the things that you typically do. So for me, I've done this, and what I've done is I've divided those things across the day. Almost like a to-do list, but my to-do list will fill in inside these blocks. I've broken my to-do list out by types of things that I do. So for my business, I do accounting work, I make videos for you, and I do a lot of other tasks. I make videos for customers, I do marketing. So each one of these tasks has a time block. Videos for customers fits in a certain time and a certain day. I only make videos for customers on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and only in the afternoons on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if a customer requests a video on a Monday, well, it has to wait till either Tuesday or Thursday. This way, I have a structured way to go about my day, which helps me very efficiently accomplish tasks. When I have accounting work to be done, well, that happens in a very specific block. I'm not doing accounting all the time, all day, every day. And if somebody needs a payment for something, they need to wait for accounting time for me to go ahead and make their payment. If you keep things in structured blocks, it helps you quickly realize what tasks you need to be working on, and it helps you get them done. Constantly switching between types of tasks really wastes a lot of time. And also the mental gymnastics that you go through of thinking through the tasks that you have to do and trying to prioritize them actually wastes a lot of time. So when you know, Monday morning I work on these types of tasks. Monday afternoon I work on these things. Tuesday I work on these. It really helps you put things in that box that you need to have to efficiently work through things and keep things within their time constraints. So I actually keep my little chart next to my desk. It's simple. It just says Monday through Friday. Well, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then I've got the tasks listed that I work on in each one of those blocks. I didn't overcomplicate it by saying only this hour and have 8 hours a day with different things. No, Monday morning, Monday afternoon. Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon. Yours may get a little complicated, a little more complicated, a little less complicated, but that's how I've done mine, and you can do yours very similar with your types of tasks for your job and your side hustle. Now, the next thing that you need to do is schedule out time for your family, because your family is important. And the whole reason we do anything is so that we can raise our family and enjoy our family. If we're just working all the time, what good is that? It's meaningless. But your family is not meaningless. Your family is critical. So maybe you work 9 to 5, you get home, we'll say 5:30, 6 o'clock, and then we'll say they go to bed at 9 o'clock. So between 6 and 9, there's no work, no side hustle. That is family time. You eat dinner with them, you help them with homework, you maybe watch a TV show with them, get them ready for bed, whatever that looks like. And then weekends are important. Your family needs dedicated time on weekends. So maybe Saturday afternoon is just family time. Maybe all day Saturday, maybe Sunday. Whatever that looks for you, make dedicated time for your family. This way you can enjoy your life and build the life you love, not just slave away at meaningless work. Now, pillar number 3 that you must do, and you've heard pillar number 3 before, but it really is critical. Pillar number 3 is you must build a budget and work your budget to your advantage. If you don't build a budget, you start spending all this money you're making and it just kind of disappears and you really have no idea where it all went and you didn't accomplish your financial goals. So you need to build a budget and you need to stick to the budget. Now, when building a budget, you need to build a realistic budget as well. Sometimes when people first build their budget, they build a dream budget. Well, if I could cut my expenses by $2,000 a month, I'll be saving $2,000 a month. But a lot of times that's not realistic. Maybe you can cut expenses down, but first, the way you start a budget is write out what all your expenses for the past month have been. This will give you a very real view into what you're spending. Now you can categorize them out, and then you can look for areas where you're overspending and cut down on a few things. Now, as you're spending money, it can't go over what you've allocated for each budget category. There are some great apps out there that help you with this. I personally use an app called You Need a Budget. It's ynab.com, and I'm really happy with that. You could use different apps, but whatever it is, you need to budget that money and give that money a job to do. If you don't, all your money will simply disappear on you. Pillar number 4 that you must build. We're on to the final pillar here. You must set goals. Goals are critical because without goals, you won't accomplish really anything. So goal number 1 that you must work on is a goal for your current job. If you're working a job, it's important to have goals. What is the point of this job? What do you hope to accomplish with your job? And by setting these goals, you're also going to set yourself up to grow within this job and potentially get better raises and better promotions. The second goal that you need to be working on is the goal for your side hustle. You started a side hustle. What is the goal for this side hustle? Is the goal for your side hustle to make a certain amount of money? Is the goal for your side hustle to replace your full-time job? What is the goal of this side hustle and what do you need to do to accomplish it? See, goals will now set in motion the what do I need to do to accomplish my goal and help push you towards that goal. Without it, you don't have the same push, the same thrust to make things happen. The third goal that you need to work on is the goal for your family. What is the goal for my family? Do I want to spend more time with my kids? Do I want to take them on vacation? Do I want to play more games with them? Take them to t-ball or football or whatever that is. Set goals for your family. Where do you want your family to be 1 year from now? Set a goal for what that's going to look like and then put the plan in motion to make that happen. Your kids grow up fast, and if you don't have goals in mind for what you're doing with your family, all of a sudden your kids will be grown and gone and you'll wonder what happened. Don't let that happen. Your family is so important. Let me be very clear here. We can so easily waste our time that we have with our family. And before we know it, our family is gone. Do not let that happen. Spend time with your family. Love your family. Care for your family. That is important. And just working a job saying that I'm working this job to take care of my family isn't enough. Your family needs you, not just the income you provide from that job that you're doing. And no one has ever grown up and said, I wish my dad worked harder to make more money so I could have had more stuff. That's never said. So make time for your family and make them a priority. The fourth thing you need to make a goal for is your finances. Where do you want your finances to be 1 year from now? Now, this is going to coincide with pillar number 3, which is budgeting, but you need to have a goal for what you're doing financially. Do you want to be able to buy a new car, a new house, have a certain amount of savings, retire early? What does this financial goal look like? You need financial goals, and then you need to put in motion the steps that you need to take to reach those goals. One thing that really helps with goals is a vision board. You've heard of vision boards. All they are is quite simply, a poster board that you can glue pictures to. I know it may sound childish, but that is a simple vision board. You can do vision boards lots of ways, but don't overcomplicate it. You could do a list if you want to. But setting your goals in a vision board or in some way that you see it will really help you reach those goals. So go ahead, whatever these goals are, write them down, build a vision board, build something, a list, a vision board, something where you can see those goals and go ahead and hang that up somewhere where you're going to see it constantly. That way it keeps reminding you that you have goals and what those goals are. Now, we've talked about a lot today. I am here to help you in any way that I can. And if you need help figuring out what your side hustle should be, go ahead and watch my last video, which is the 10 most profitable side hustles you can start now. You can do it. I know you can. I believe in you.